Welcome to this episode of From Welfare to Winning Wednesday. Today I woke up feeling overwhelmed. When you're trying to survive and build something, it can be a lot. It can be stressful. You can get overwhelmed really quickly. You're paying your bills, working a job, you're doing side hustles, and you're trying to also build your dream. Nobody ever talks about the in between where you're not where you were, but you're also not where you want to be. You're chasing quick money only, doing the side hustles, the going to work. You're moving and staying busy, but you're not really making any kind of progress. If all your energy goes towards survival, then you don't have anything left for the escape. So, survival versus building can be a difficult challenge, right? Because that survival keeps you working for the money, for the things that you need, for your immediate attention, the four walls, the things like, housing, rent, car note, food, your daily necessities. So you do need to work that job and doing the side hustles to make that extra money. But we've got to set some boundaries on things. What I mean by setting boundaries, I mean like what I mean by that, like allocating specific times to work towards your dream, even if it's only an hour a day. You have to treat that hour like a paycheck. You have to protect that time. Think about it. When you go to work, you clock in and then you clock out. You're protecting that paycheck because you know that that paycheck, whether it's a week away, 2 weeks away, you've secured that money. Well, it's the same thing with your dreams. You have to clock in for that hour and you have to clock out. You might not see the paycheck right away, but you put in the time. So you may not even see the benefits of that for a couple weeks, a month, whatever. But you have to treat it like a paycheck, like a future paycheck. And then it'll start to pay off. It'll start to pay off at that point, right? I hope that makes sense. You clock in your job, you see the results of your work on your payday. When you clock into your dream, you see the results of your work eventually. I thought that was a good analogy. It is difficult though, um, but focus on the one thing that you want to accomplish. You know, I have a tendency to focus on multiple tasks. They call it multitasking, And that's not good for me. So try not to focus on too much. I have a notary business that I'm running, and I do the side gigs, but I need to be able to set aside time for each goal, each dream, and focus on that dream and that goal. So what I do is I try to set my schedule the night before for the next day. So I might get up and say something like or I might set up a schedule like in the morning from 7 to 11 or 12, I'm going to do the side hustles, or from 7 to 1, however much time I have in that window. If I don't have a notary job assigned, and then in the afternoon, I know I have to go in to my job around 3. And then I'm off at 9 in the evening. And then when I get home from 10 to 11, I'm focused on putting energy towards building my dream. So instead of making it all about survival mode and needing the money today, I need to make sure that I set aside that time. And even during the day, if there's something that I can do during the day towards my dream, rather than going for that instant $30 for the delivery, I I can choose to put that hour towards my future. I'm choosing to plant seeds over choosing to eat crumbs, if that makes sense. The seeds grow, but the crumbs, they just feed me temporarily. It stops me from being in starvation mode, if that makes sense. But if I plant these seeds and eventually grow, then I'm able to eat or feed myself continuously without getting hungry. But if I continue to just grab at these little crumbs, i.e., the side gigs and side hustles and jobs, then I'm always going to be hungry, right? I'm always going to be starving. So I'm just trying to create a vibrant, healthy way of living, if that makes sense. It is hard, but I always think about it this way. I'm not working alone. Jehovah always gives us the tools we need. He never gives us more than what we can bear. That's what the scriptures say. So if we rely on him, if I rely on him, that's where my faith is, then I know that I'm not alone. Now, I want to create a community, though, where we can also rely on each other, because that interchange of encouragement during that building season, we can't do things alone. We can put faith in a higher power, but we also can help each other, right? So what I wanted to do today is remind myself this morning that God did not bring me this far to leave me stuck in survival mode. He did not create you to be stuck in survival mode either. So take this time to reflect and make a commitment to yourself. And let's make a commitment to each other. So this is what I wanted to focus on today in this episode, is even though we may get overwhelmed, we can still get there, because we were never meant to survive, we were meant to thrive. I want to invite you to follow my journey. So please like this video, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification, share this video. So we're not the only ones that's out here feeling this way. There's thousands of people out here that are just like us, just like me, just like you. Because this world is really spiraling out of control. Everything is going up. Increase groceries, increase gas prices, increase rent, mortgage payments, car notes. Everything is going up, and we're continuously trying to survive. So don't be ashamed to share your journey and even follow my journey. Comment. Let me know what you're going through. Let's help each other. Let's encourage each other. Hopefully this video has helped you and will help someone, the next person that views it. Thank you so much. I will see you next Wednesday on the next episode of From Welfare to Winning Wednesday. Thank you.